I'm about to go in beast mode. No need to worry, I did this before. Been going hard since the day I was born. Ain't no stopping me, I'ma keep going.
Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell, which should be on the side of the subscribe button, so you can be notified every time that I upload my next videos. But without further ado, we're gonna get straight into this video. And today, you guys, we are going to be talking about the struggles of being a young Christian woman. And there is some struggles that definitely comes with being a young Christian woman, but I honestly would not trade my walk for nothing in the world. I've been on both sides. I've been on the side before I got saved, and my life was literally in shambles, sis. Like, I was literally in shambles. So I wouldn't trade the struggles that I go through. I just wanted to share like some realistic things that we actually go through as being young Christian women and going against the grain. And that's the first thing. The first thing is that we are totally going against the grain of the world. Like, the world tells us that we should be one way and has us and have women acting a certain way, when in the word it tells us a totally different thing. And in God's word, he said to come out from among them and be ye separate. So as a young Christian woman, or as a Christian woman, you have to be different from the world. And I feel like being different is hard in itself, because it's like everybody's doing one thing and then you're like some of the very few that isn't doing it. And so it seems as if like nothing's really working out in your favor, or nothing's really happening and going the way that you expect it to go, because of the fact that the world just amplifies and glorifies all of, you know, the way that they live, how they are. Like, they amplify it and make it like way more than what it is. But the word says that narrow is the gate and wide is the way to destruction. So even though it looks like they're winning, honestly, in the end, when it comes down to your soul and being able to make it into heaven, you have to go through the narrow gate, which means that you have to walk a close walk. And sometimes it is hard, especially like for me, let's say with doing YouTube. There is things that I know that I can do and it will get me views. I would have probably grown a lot more, a lot quicker, but due to the fact that I have to be set apart, I have to be different. And honestly, I realized once I made this change on my channel and I decided that I was going to broadcast my life and the life that I live, which is as a young Christian woman. Like, my whole life revolves, this is a lifestyle. It's not, oh, it only happens on Sundays. Like, this is every single day. So I can't get on here and like fake the funk. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my lifestyle. This is what I chose to do. And I realized like views went down. I realized it's not as much interaction, because I'm sure that people want to see what the world is doing. They want my channel to be like the world, but God told me to be different. Like, there is beauty in being different. And I feel like if I just continue on doing what I'm gonna do, I feel like that I'll be successful. I feel like that I will make it, you know? And it's just a decision that I chose to make, to be different. I don't want to go with the crowd and with the world. You know, like, I can hop on here and do twerking videos. I can hop on here cussing, and I can hop on here drinking and smoking and partying and, you know, showing my body. I could do all of that stuff, but honestly, how is that helping? Like, for me, I want my channel to be a channel where I encourage, where I uplift, where I help people that are down. And people might not recognize my channel right now as that, but eventually they will see that this is really what they need. They need some word that will actually like uplift them in hard times. Like, twerking, I'm sorry, baby girl, but that's not going to uplift you when you're going through hard times, and when you're feeling down, and when you're feeling like you're suicidal, or you're feeling depressed, or you're feeling very sad every single day, and you are just wondering, why are you here? What is your purpose? Why are you living? Then I feel like those people will be drawn to my channel, because it's like, I want something different. Like, I need something new. And I've been there before. Trust me. I've been there with the twerking videos, with the drinking, with the vlogs, with the drinking and all that stuff. It wasn't of substance. It wasn't who I was. It wasn't who God called me to be. And I feel like God really halted my whole channel. Like, there was a point when my channel was growing very fast, like rapidly. And I feel like God put a halt to it, because he knew that that was the way of destruction. So it's really different trying to live as a young Christian woman, but it's a good walk. It's a close walk. At least I know that what I'm doing is pleasing in God's sight, and it's not for me to please men. And that's another thing with young women in general, and women in general, is we should not be living our lives to please other people. If people don't like our videos, then we don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Or if people don't like our picture, then we feel like it's like, what's the point of posting something if you're not proud of it, you know? And so I feel like for me, I feel like it's better for me to post things of substance. Also, another struggle is finding like-minded people, and that's in relationships, that's in friendships. I found it very hard to find like-minded people there's a lot of people that say that they're Christians and say that they live this type of lifestyle, but there is things that they'll say, oh, it's still okay to drink. Oh, it's still okay to do this and do that. And I know that the word tells me to don't do that, to come out from among them, to be ye separate. You know what I'm saying? He tells me not to. What does light and darkness have to do together? They don't mix. And the Bible also says, how can two walk together unless they both agree? So with that being said, like, there's a lot of men out here that be like, oh, I'm spiritually in touch and blah, 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 blah. But then you're doing X, Y, and Z, sir. So I'm not looking for you to be a husband, a boyfriend, or anything of substance to me. And that's the funny thing. And I do want to talk on that, like being a single Christian woman and dating. If you guys want me to do a video on that and just being a single Christian woman and like the dating and how that is, then please comment that down below, because it's totally different from just being like out there. Because you know, when you out there, you could date a drug dealer, it wouldn't make a difference. You will date a man that abuse you, you'll put up with a lot. But when you are like really grounded in God, and when you really know who you are not going to let any man detour you from who you are. You're going to walk in your boldness, and you won't settle for less. And like, I feel like in my life, I used to settle for less because it was just like, that's how I value myself. And a lot of people might think, oh, well, I value myself. I think that I'm this. I think I'm a queen. I'm this, I'm that. But it's like, you know, if you value yourself by the people that you choose to hang around, by the relationships that you choose to have, by the way that you choose to conduct yourself, you will know, you know. And people used to say that, and I used to be like, whatever, I love myself. I think I'm this, I think I'm that. But honestly, I did not love myself. I did not really start loving myself until this year, fully and completely loving myself, and just even loving myself all the more, you know. And I learned to love myself the more that I began to love Christ. I wouldn't trade this life for the world, because when I was out there drinking and partying and twerking, like, I was miserable. I was drinking every day to escape my reality. So in that, like, where is like the happiness in that? And you could say, oh yeah, I just like to party from time to time, and that's cool. I'm not judging anyone, but honestly, I feel like you can still have a good time and not indulge in drinking or twerking or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, your body is like a temple. And then we wonder why men don't want to marry us, because look at, why buy the cow when you could get the milk for free? Like, look at how we're presenting ourselves. Like, why would a wholesome man want to marry that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for marriage or you're looking for like a relationship, that's just something to think about. Also, the influences of social media, TV, and music. And a lot of people might think that music does not influence you, but I'm here to set the record straight, baby girl, that music definitely influences you. If you don't believe me, think about the times when like you were going through a breakup and you were playing that Mary J. Blige, that Keisha Cole, that, you know what I'm saying, that Ashanti Foolish, like all of that stuff. Like, look at the mind state that it put you in. And then you were like sad, you're drinking, or you're eating your ice cream, you're walking around the house moping, or even if you're playing like twerking music, like there's a spirit behind that, because it's like a sexual spirit, and you might not think it is, but it really is. Because trust me, I've twerked before. I'm not exempt from it. I've twerked before, and I know that there is a spirit behind that music that makes you want to dance like that. You know, like, why else would you want to dance like that? I'm not here to bash anybody, but I'm just here to let you guys know these are the struggles, because as a young Christian woman, it will make it seem like you're the oddball out. You're not twerking, you're not cussing, you're boring. All you do is this, that, the third. All you do is go to church, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm not living a boring life. Like, actually, I've had the most peace in my life than I've ever had before. And versus me going to the club and stuff like that, because it didn't help me. Like, it didn't even give me a push or a drive to even like put towards building a business, building a brand, building myself up. Like, all it did was just like distract me from my goals. So being a young Christian woman, it gets really lonely. I'm not gonna lie, it gets really lonely because like I said, you don't fit in. So people, it's like when you're in that transition, people slowly start, it's like people start to rip apart, and that tearing away of those friends or of that relationship that God is like really trying to break you up because you're in a relationship with a man that doesn't appreciate you, that doesn't love you, or isn't who he called or who he wanted for you, it hurts really bad. Or that friendship, and you thought like, man, I was friends with her for like 10 years. We've been friends, best BFFs. That's my BFF, that's sis. Like, and when that ripping away happens, it's like you feel like you really, like someone has died. And I'm not gonna lie, this week I started to feel lonely, because it's like I don't have very many like-minded people around me. I have one person that I really do talk to like every single day, and that's my sis. And then I have my mentor who I talk to. But other than that, like, I really did, I don't know, I guess I long for just having like that BFF, like that ride or die, like that person that like I could pray with, that can pray with me. And you know, I encourage them, they encourage me, like we support each other's jobs and our dreams and our goals and our visions and everything that we have. And it's just like, I really want that, but I told God that I'm not lowering my standards to get that. So if I don't have that, then I'm okay. Even with the relationship or being married, I did want to be married, and I do want to be married eventually, but right now I'm really like focused on myself and building myself up, building my brand, building this business. This is a business, like, and I have to keep reminding myself this is a business that I have made for myself. I am literally monetized, you know, and I have to be thankful about that. I have to appreciate that, and I have to really start speaking that over my life. And yeah, it just gets very lonely sometimes because you don't fit in with the crowd. But it's like, even if I tried to go hang out with people that didn't fit in with me, I would feel like an oddball out. Like, I would not blend in. Like, I would feel totally different and separate. So it's okay. It's more time for me to spend with God. And I feel like when God is done working on me, he will bring those relationships that I am like kind of longing for. Well, more of like a friendship. And I pray it's a boy. I really do pray it's a guy. But if it's a girl, I just hope that she's like a girl, like, me, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't really get along with girls very well with all the, you know how girls is. So the last thing that I would have to say is that seems like everyone in the world is winning. Like when you look on people's social medias and it's like, dang, they got all of this following, they're twerking, they're doing this, they're doing that. And then I'm posting Bible scriptures and it's like crickets. Or I'm posting like, you know, the word of God and it's like crickets. Or I'm like encouraging people and it's like crickets. But if I was on the internet twerking, then I would get a whole bunch of people just like watching and stuff like that. And so it's just like, it's totally different. Even with my videos, like if I got on here and I was twerking and I was cussing, smoking, drinking, doing whatever, like, you know, people would love that. People would enjoy that. But it's like, I want to be of substance for you guys. I want to make an impact. My goal is to really like make up for the times that I really was not doing what I was supposed to be doing in Christ, which is getting his word out there, encouraging women, young women, because baby girl, I've been through it all and I'm not boring. We all know I'm not boring, sis. So living this life, you are not boring. It is like a close walk. You don't have very many friends. You are totally different. You're set apart. You don't go with the crowd, but it's okay because at the end of the day, you have your integrity. And you have your morals and you have your values. And if ever anything came up from my past, it's my past. You know what I'm saying? It's not who I am today. So I just thank God just for this walk. I thank God just for me being a woman of God, for me standing on his word, for me just being different, going outside the box, not going with the flow of everyone else. And I love everybody. Like, I'm not judgmental or anything. I feel like, I don't know, it's just something that you have to do on the inside of yourself. You know, have a talk with God and really you want to be different. You don't want to be like everybody else. You don't want to blend in with the crowd. You really want to stand out. You want to like make your mark. Like, what are you doing? Like, what kind of impact will you leave with this world? When you leave this world, what will people have to say about you? So, thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, peace.